are out here getting some new fresh tires today. So excited. So I've been running on a spare set of Michelin 2 CT tires, and I'm finally getting some Bridgestone S22s back on and really looking forward to it. One thing that I want to talk about as I'm getting my tires changed is a little known tip that does not seem to get passed around nearly enough in the motorcycle community. Is your first mod really should be new tires. And I don't just mean like any old new tires, I mean like a good set of performance tires. My very first tires I had on this bike were the stock OEM tires, the Dunlop GPR 300s, and they are, I hate them. Honestly, I hate those tires. I never want to use them again. I had no feel. I didn't feel like I could tell how much grip I had. I didn't feel like I had any idea what the road conditions were like. I just felt like I was riding blind, basically. And when I switched to the 2 CTs, that was a bit higher grade of tire. However, I got a hole in them, and so the front tire was still fine, and I plugged up the rear, kept them as a spare in case, you know, I was low on money and just needed something. And then I decided to switch to the S22s, and holy crap, they are amazing. Like, it feels like I'm riding on rails. I can totally tell where my grip is at, what the track or the road conditions are like. I don't know how to describe it. You just have to get a high quality sport tire to really understand what it is I'm talking about. If you want actually the best bang for your buck upgrade for anything from like a Ninja 400 all the way up to your Super Duke or your Ducati Panigale, whatever you may have, get better tires. Now usually the high-end leader bikes have really good tires stock, but if you get into like the budget bikes like the R3, the Ninja 400, CBR 500, you're not really getting super high quality tires right out of the gate. And yes, you can do a muffler and it'll sound awesome, and you can do a tune and it'll make it go faster, but more speed and more power mean nothing if your bike can't handle it and if you can't stop in time. If you're living in a really hot and dry climate and you never ride in the rain, 100% I can tell you, get the Dunlop Q3, Q4, or Q5. If you want a tire that's going to do a bit more all around, like you live in the desert or a hotter climate, but you still anticipate maybe riding in the rain, then I would highly recommend the Bridgestone S22s. However, if you guys live in colder climates, especially where it rains a lot, hello llamas, then I would definitely recommend something like the Michelin Road 6. But yeah, without further ado, let's go into the shop and get these tires changed.
Out of all the tires that you've ever ridden with, we'll say for the street, what's been your favorite compound?
The best tire I've ever ridden on the street is a Super Corsa, but they're not worth it because they're so expensive and they're gone in like 1,500 miles.
Oh my gosh.
I want to say the rear for my bike in a Super Corsa is like $310 or something.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
It's a race slick for the road. It feels amazing, but it's not worth it for the price.
Gotcha.
Because it's only like a marginally better feel for a lot more cost. So
interesting.
that's why I usually go with a Rosso, because a Rosso is pretty close, but it lasts twice as long and even costs a little bit less. So.
Okay. So what were you doing there?
There's a little yellow dot on the tire. You don't have to do this, but if you line that up with the stem, it makes it easier to balance.
Oh, okay, cool.
The reason for that is the heaviest part of the wheel is usually the stem.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so you want to line up the lightest part of the tire with the heaviest part of the wheel. So that yellow dot is the lightest part of the tire.
Okay.
You put that with the stem and it gets it closer to being fully balanced than it would be otherwise.
Okay.
It's not that necessary. It usually only equates to like one more weight on the wheel, but
But when it comes to the 400s, the less weight the better, right?
Yep.
This is probably like a weird thing to like, but I always have loved that sound of air going into rubber.
Yeah.
It's just a cool sound. That'd be great white noise. Put that on a little white noise speaker.
And then, like 10 minutes into the white noise, a bead popped. To wake you up.
Just like that.
You're just starting to like fall asleep, and like, bah, bah.